Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I'm making air fryer apple fritters from preppykitchen.com. The recipe description says these easy air fryer apple fritters are packed with fresh apples and finished with a sweet buttery glaze. The crispy exterior and soft tender interior melt in your mouth with a warm spiced flavor perfect for chilly days. So stay with me and we'll get started. Okay, so I had a few small issues with these apple fritters. The first one was getting the 1/4 cup of batter into the small basket of my Ninja air fryer. I didn't have a cookie scoop that big, so I used a measuring cup. My wife suggested to use a small silicone spatula to scoop the dough from the cup into the basket, and it worked out very well. I also suggest slightly flattening the tops before you bake them so they don't puff up as much. Another issue was the cook time. Starting with 8 minutes in a preheated air fryer was too much. The first batch came out overdone. The fritter you see on the right is from the 8 minutes and then another 3 minutes after flipping. So for the next set, I cut the time back to 5 minutes and then 2, and it worked out better. The one on the left is from that batch. And by the way, these made 9 fritters instead of 12. I also had an issue with the glaze, but we'll get to that in a moment. For the taste test, I started with the overdone one on the right. The cinnamon apple flavor was delicious along with the lemon juice. It didn't taste burnt or overdone. I also noticed the raw crunch of the apple. Then I tried the one on the left that was cooked for 5 minutes, then 2. It tasted much better with a softer texture and had a more noticeable fritter smell than the first one. I definitely preferred that one. Now for the issue with the glaze. As written in the recipe instructions, it was too thin. It didn't look nice and thick like the one in the pictures on the recipe page at Preppy Kitchen. I think the issue is adding the 3 tablespoons of milk all at once instead of one at a time. Adding one at a time allows you to control how thick you want it to be. I think with a few changes, these fritters could be a 5-star recipe, but as written, I give them 4 stars. I think the instructions need more flexibility as far as timing goes, as well as saying to start with 1 tablespoon of milk for the glaze and then add as needed. But nonetheless, these were delicious.